Alright Blues, I'm back with Alex. If you haven't seen already, at the start of the summer we looked through our dream and realistic 11s going into this season before the transfer window opened. Now it's shut, we're going to look back and now discuss our strongest possible City lineup going forward. So we'll kick things off with goalkeeper Joe Hart, obviously. So that's done. Back four is where the talking points lie. Right back.
Right. 2 months ago, I would have said Zabaleta. Big fan of Pablo, loving it, he's the man. But I'm going to be honest, Pellegrini's got it right. I think Sanya, he's a new man. I don't know what it is. He shaved his hair off and he's come back and he's been world class. First 4 games, smashed it. How long can you kick that up for? Is it form? Is it just class? I don't know. But I'm going to go at the minute. Sanya is our strongest right back.
I would agree with that. It's going to cause some comments that you need to let us know. Sanya or Zabaleta? Obviously Zabaleta's out with an injury, but when he comes back, I think he's going to struggle to get his place back. Yeah. Left back, is it Clichy or Kolarov?
It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I'm a big Clichy fan. I think he's more defensively sound than Kolarov, but Kolarov going up that left-hand side can do real damage, especially in the league. And counter-attacking, I think I'd rather... Clichy can't cross for toffee. Yeah. But in the big games, I think you need someone who's a little bit more defensively sound, a little bit more defensively minded. He had a tough year last year, Clichy, but then everyone had a tough year. No one really stood out last season for us. And I think, I'm going to say Clichy, but we're spoiled for choice there.
Yeah, I'd have Kolarov personally. I think him and Sterling have got that great partnership. But maybe in Europe, he might look at Clichy as more of a defensive mind. So I'm having Kolarov, you're having Clichy. Let us know in the comments below. Let's move on to our back two centre-half pairing. Company's going to walk in now. Form is in. But who joins Company?
I mean, Otamendi, he's coming with a massive price tag. I think he's well versed in the big games.
Big reputation.
But Mangala came in with a big price tag and he's started to come good. And I think he started to link up with Company and they've worked each other out. Last season, the communication between the two was atrocious. Didn't really look like they knew what each other were doing. How many times did we concede because Company would go forwards and Mangala wasn't there to watch us? But I think with Otamendi, does he speak English? I've not really looked into it, and is that just going to go for another year of that? I think in the league, play it safe, keep Mangala and Company, and maybe Otamendi kind of bring him into the side gently, bring him in for the big games in the Champions League.
I think the best thing is, at the time of recording this video, if you're watching in 6 months' time, that back four is as solid as we've had in a long time. So let's move on to the midfield. I think Yaya Toure and Fernandinho jump in. There's no discussion there. So in front of them, we've got the options. We've got many options. We've got Sterling, Silva and De Bruyne are what I would go for. But then you've also got Nasri, Navas hovering around.
See what happens to Samir Nasri now? Every time he's played this season, he's played well as well.
Yes.
Had a decent enough pre-season. I thought he did all right last year, but he's been just squeezed out of the squad. And Navas has been awesome. More assists than any other player last season. Yeah. When he's paired up with Sterling and Aguero, our attack has been disgustingly quick. Yeah. And I don't want to lose that aspect. And I kind of think that actually in the games where we want to be looking at the counter-attack, I'll have Navas over, I'm going to say it, over De Bruyne at the minute.
I think the thing is that with Navas, he had a really good 3 games, first 3. Yeah. But against Watford, he had this chance to show. It was when De Bruyne was coming in that day. And he got pulled because he had a shocker. And I'm worried for him, but with De Bruyne, we've signed Bundesliga Player of the Year, who can play right, left, through the middle. And for me, if we play De Bruyne, Silva and Sterling, they can all interchange play wherever they want.
Yeah. And that's what we want, is when we need to orchestrate a game, that's going to be when De Bruyne comes in. Yeah. And I think Navas is there, he's lovely to bring on in the second half, when a left-back's been traumatised and then he's got to look at Jesus Navas. Yeah. So obviously I'm going to go De Bruyne, Silva, Sterling as the kind of dream 3. They're going to get rotated all year with Navas and Nasri and so on.
Let us know. What I want to know is, where do you play them? Are you going to play Sterling on the left, De Bruyne on the right and Silva through the middle? Are you going to play Silva on the right? Let us know in the comments below. And that leaves us with one more player in our 4-5-1, which is only going to be Sergio Aguero. It's got to be, hasn't it? I mean, he hasn't been great at the start of the season by his ridiculously high standards, but I'm sure he'll come good, as I'm sure you will agree with us. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think of this team? Is our team right? Are you right? You probably are. Let us know your 11s going forward this season and how confident you are that we can challenge on all fronts this season. Thanks to Alex for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
I think we won 2-1. 2-1. Come on, 3-0. 3-0, we won 3-0. We won 3-0.